Hi there, it's Jane Birkinshaw from Love Your Lens here. One of my favourite things to do with photographs is to put them into a collage similar to the one here and then share them with people. And what I'd like to show you how to do today is to do exactly that. Edit a picture quickly, create a collage like this, and then perhaps we'll even add some text onto it at the end as well. So I'm working on my iPad here, so you won't be able to see my fingers touching the screen, but I'll talk you through what I'm doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to Snapseed, which I absolutely love as an app. It's free from Google and is great for editing pictures on the go. So if we just quickly click on the Snapseed logo there, you can see that it's a green leaf. And there we have a picture of a baby, very cute little 7-week-old baby girl that we're going to edit. So I'm going to go to Tools at the bottom and then select Rotate, and then rotate this image until it's the right orientation, because basically that's the way that I shot this picture, but it came in from my camera at a slightly different angle for some reason. So we'll press tick on that, and then the next change that I might want to do to this image, and this is sort of me stylistically, I like images to be quite bright, so I'm going to click on Tools and go to Tune Image, and throughout the Snapseed app, if you scroll your finger up and down on the screen, you get different options. So I'm going to select brightness, and then if you scroll left or right, so swiping left or right, this is where you get to alter the intensity of the effect that you're applying. So I'm just going to go a little bit brighter on that so that it's really lifting that image. And if I want to see what I've done versus the original, there's a little rectangle in the top right hand corner, and if I click on that I can see before and after, before and after. So that's really useful to see what you've done. Scroll up and down again on the screen and I can see that I've got warmth there as well, so I could see what happens if I just slightly warm that image up. Does it need it? Probably not on that one actually, but it's always a good one to check. And then tick on that to apply it. And then something else I think I'll do to this image is crop it. So select the crop tool there, and then you get all of these different crop ratios down here, and in this instance I'm going to select the 7:5 crop. Just have a look at what that's doing, and that's going, I can just pull that down slightly to crop off part of the cushion and then press tick on that. I'd like to see how this image looks in black and white, so we'll go Tools, Black and White, and it's selected automatically. It's fallen on the one that I must have used last time, which was bright, but you've also got contrast, you've got neutral, you've got dark, film, etc. And with newborn babies, I think it's nice to keep them nice and bright. What I can also do though is take down the intensity slightly. So again, scrolling up and down on the screen, I can get to brightness and I can just take that down slightly. What I did then, by the way, when you saw that it was colour again, holding my finger on the screen for a length of time will let you see the before and after as well. Okay, so I've just taken the brightness down on that slightly and I'm happy with that now, and I will click tick on that. Then the other thing I quite like to do, using a tool called grainy film, I can just add a slight tint to the black and white. Now grainy film, if you were using it on a colour image, would just give a kind of a filter and a grain to your image, but because I'm applying it to a black and white image, obviously it's going to apply it to the black and white in a slightly different way. Okay, so going along the bottom I can pick different ones and see what they look like. Really enjoy using this, just as much on black and white images as I do on colour. So I think I'm going to go back to one of these. I don't want that one for in this instance with the sort of haze over it as well. So I think we'll stick with that one. And again, if I scroll up and down, I've got options there. I'm going to take the grain away and I'm going to take the style strength down slightly. Okay, and tick on that and I'm happy with that. So that's all the changes I'm going to make on this image. It's only taken a few seconds. If I press on a symbol at the top there, this one here with a little arrow over at the top, this is called the Stacks tool, and this lets me view all of the edits that I've done. So if I look in here, I can then go view edits, and I can see the different layers and different edits that I've performed, and I could go back to any of them and redo that change just by clicking here. I could change the rotation again if I wanted to, but obviously I'm not going to do that. I just need to remember to click back at the top of this stack of changes, grainy film, just to get back to where I was, and then press the back arrow there to be back on the main screen. Then I'm going to export, and I'm going to save a copy. And that's my image edited and ready to use in the collage, and obviously I'd go through a similar process with the other images that are going to be in that collage as well. Okay, now that we've edited all of our images in Snapseed, I'm going to go to an app called Layouts, which is from Instagram, and it has the same colours as the Instagram icon, and it's up in the top left hand corner there, Layout. And this is what will now allow me to quickly create a collage that I can use on Instagram, or actually just save it and share it anywhere. So I'm going to select the pictures that I'd like to use. So I'm going to select that one there. I'm going to scroll down and find some of the others. I'm going to have the baby crying, mum photographing baby, and I think this one here as well. Okay, oh, maybe that one. Let's have 5 in this one. Okay, and then once I've done that, you can see that it started to create some layouts up at the top, and if I drag down on this horizontal line, I can have a closer look at those and see what's been created for me. They're all looking really nice. Just go, obviously that sort of crop doesn't work. Let's have a look through and see what other options I'm being given. Okay, and then you choose the one that you think will best suit the particular set of pictures that you've selected. I think the more pictures you include, the more different layouts it tends to, layout options it tends to give you. Okay, having trouble deciding on which one to use on these because they're all quite nice. Okay, I think we'll go back to one of the earlier ones. Okay, I think what I'm going to do actually is get rid of one of these images. So if I want to do that, all I do is go back to the images I've selected here and do a little untick of it, and now it's adjusted at the top. I've got less images selected, and I think I'm going to be able to find a layout that I like a little bit better for this now. So I'm going to quickly decide to use this one because I like this black and white image as my main one. That's looking good. And if I want to swap images around, I can. I simply tap on that image to select it. I'm going to pop that black and white one in the middle there because I feel like that will be nicer. And I can also maneuver, reframe that image slightly by moving it up and down within the frame. I can go slightly bigger. And make sure that I've got what I wanted. You can actually, if I click on this picture here, I could make this one a little bit deeper and actually show mum taking the shot there, which will be quite nice. Okay, and then what I can do is select borders here and put a white border between the images, and I'm happy with that now, and save, and then press done. And that is now saved to my camera roll, ready for me to share or do something else with if I'd like to. Okay, the last thing I'd like to show you how to do is to easily add text to your collage that you've just created in Layouts using an app called Wordswag. Now this app isn't free, it'll set you back about £4 I think, but it's got lots of different fonts and lots of different layout possibilities for those fonts. So let's click on that and get on with it, and then we need to select this little one here with photographs shown in it, and you can use one of their layouts or one of their images if you'd like to, one of their backgrounds, but I'm going to click on camera roll and find the collage that we just created and use that. Now it does offer you the option to crop your image here, and there's some really good social media dimensions here as well, which is really useful, but in this instance I'm just going to press skip, and I'm going to make sure I'm clicked on the text there, style, and I'm going to just press the little plus, and that gives me an instruction to double tap to change text. Just quickly backspace and delete that and type in photography for parents on here. So I've used this sort of thing before to promote workshops that I do. So let's find a font that we like. I'm just going to enlarge that so we can see it a little bit better. And once you land on a font that you like, so let's go, oh, that's gone really big, hasn't it? Photography for Parents, there we go. Once you've found what you like, you can then press these numbers at the bottom and get different options. Okay, so if we just try this Truth and Wisdom one instead, you can see that we've got quite a nice option there for promoting a workshop, so I think we'll go with that one. But if I was to just press these dice, I could see that it's going to give me some different options of layouts, so quite like that. It's good to explore those. And then if I click on colour, I can change the colour of this font. Go through there, and there are some options when you get to the very end that will let you use a kind of a mixture, and I quite like that actually. And if you just keep pressing that, it will just do different variations of that for you. So keep clicking until it does what you want. Okay, I'm going to go for that, photography for parents, and once I'm happy with that, I could change the transparency of it if I want to, with that little slider at the bottom. I'm going to leave it fairly strong there, and then just press save, and that's going to save to my camera roll again, and I could, if I wanted to, share straight from here to Instagram, etc. And then just press close on that, and you'll notice at the bottom that it also gives you an option to add your logo as well, which is really useful. But for now, we'll leave it at that, and we'll just quickly go and have a look in my camera roll at that collage that we've created with text on it. Not that one, that's the previous one. That's the one that we've just made. Okay, so it's as easy as that, so I hope you'll give it a go, and I'll be back soon talking more about things that you can do to your photographs to make more use of them and to enhance them. Bye for now.